Rick Santorum goes out there, calls President Obama's religion a phony theology, and says he practices a different stripe of Christianity. Interesting. Franklin Graham, son of legendary Reverend Billy Graham, is going to come out there. He's now running his dad's organization, and he's going to talk to Morning Joe about the difference between Obama and Santorum in terms of Christianity. Let's watch.
Do you believe that President Obama is a Christian?
Well, I think you have to ask President Obama.
Why can't you just say, yeah, I believe he's a Christian? He said he's a Christian. He goes to church. He practices his faith. I don't get it.
And that's all I can go on.
Do you believe that Rick Santorum is Christian?
Oh, I think so.
So how do you know? If the standard is only the person knows what's within him, when you apply it to the president, why is it different for Rick Santorum?
Well, because his values are so clear.
Values are so clear. In other words, he doesn't agree with me politically, so I don't give a damn about his religion or anything. It's about politics, man. We haven't read the Bible in decades. We're Republicans. Abortion, I don't know where it is in the Bible. I made that stuff up. Who cares, man? Let's get Republicans elected. What do you, taxes on the rich? No. Jesus would have been against it. Money changers, Jesus loved money changers. Yeah, he said protect the banks. These frauds, these charlatans, right? It's a great question by Willie Geist. Wait a minute, now you say you don't know about President Obama's religion. How come all of a sudden you know everything about Rick Santorum's? By the way, Franklin Graham's a Protestant, and Rick Santorum's Catholic and has said some very questionable things about Protestants in the past. What happened? You should agree with President Obama even more. I don't like his politics. No, I don't. I want more money. Did I say that out loud? I meant, yeah, I'm in favor of Jesus, and so is Rick Santorum, kind of like in the same way that I am, even though we're two different branches of Christianity. And President Obama, that guy is in favor of, raising taxes on the rich and is not totally white. I don't get it. Look, I don't know if it's a racial thing with Franklin Graham. I don't know if he just loves money and is a total crook, which is much more likely, and hence supports Republicans who lets him keep more of that crooked money that he's got. But his answer there is nonsense. By the way, when I asked about Mitt Romney, he's like, no, Mormons are not Christians. Okay, well, that's interesting. That's also slightly controversial. So then I guess since you're basing all this on Christianity, because when they asked him about that, he said, look, this is what I study. You guys study news. I study this, so I'm an expert on this. Okay, well, all right. Then obviously you're not going to vote for Mitt Romney, right? I mean, certainly less of a Christian than President Obama, who's actually a Christian. In your definition, I didn't say Mormonism isn't Christianity. You did, Franklin Graham. So which one are you going to support? He says, of course, Mitt Romney. Because Mitt Romney is a good guy. In other words, Mitt Romney is going to give the rich all that they want. I am a fraudulent reverend whose job is to protect the rich in this country and to crush the poor and the middle class. So I don't really care what their religious views are. I don't even care what their religion is. I'm just going to use religion as a weapon here because I'm a Class A fraud. That's basically what Franklin Graham was saying.